Well, hi everyone, again, it's Joe for Hire. Hey, just wrapping things up here at the 2018 GIE Expo in Louisville, Kentucky. Had a great time, met a lot of awesome people, met a lot of the YouTubers I've been watching for over the last 2.5 years. Man, they're really nice. You always learn something from them. Today we saw we got to hear like a speech from Jason Creel from Alabama. He does Lawn Care Life. He was just giving, oh, there's a shell to echo, one of my many free hats I've got here. I may give some of these away when I get home. This is awesome. I've never been to a trade show when I got so many free hats, but had a blast. I actually got into the hardscaping section, which is also part of the GIE, and I just scratched the surface. I only had like less than an hour left before it closed. It's just 2 o'clock now on Friday, so pretty much everything's shut down. There goes the Gravely truck. All the trucks are going to get their stuff out. The outdoor stuff shut down at 1, and I mean when they shut down at 1, they are shutting down at 1. At 5 to 1, they're taking the flags down. 1 o'clock, they're taking all the keys out of the lawnmowers. But guys, it's been an absolute blast down here. I got to the GIE rally last night at the Mega Caverns. Met a lot of Canadians there. Well, not a lot, but more than one, so that's cool. And yeah, I met 2 or 3. Actually, that's not true. I met a girl today at the Jobber booth that was hosting Jason Creel, and she's from Edmonton, Alberta. So that's pretty cool. So she really enjoys her job. Jobber is, or Yard Books, you know, I'm obviously going to go with some type of software to help my accounting. And yeah, I don't know what more to say. It's been a great show. The largest I've ever seen. Like I said, I know I did not get to every booth. I know I did not get to every booth outside. I test drove as much as I could. Like I test drove Kubota standards. I test drove a Mean Green machine, I think, or Mean Green Moors. That's all electric standard. That was actually the first standard I actually drove. And it was pretty cool. Today I spent a lot of time in the Toro booth, and I got to drive 36, 52 grandstand. I drove the grandstand, has the big huge leaf blower on it. That's pretty cool. And I drove both the Toro and the X-Mark 96-inch big riders, was the diesel engines in them, was the Batwing arms that come down. I promised Allison I would not buy one because it's worth like 5 times the amount of the truck that would pull it. So, plus I don't have that much lawn yet. But they're amazing machines. I find the diesels are a bit quieter because they're not as loud as the gas engines. And overall, guys, I was treated really good down here. I know there's been a lot of negative stuff in the media lately, on the news media, about tensions between Canada and the US for political reasons. I don't get into that on this channel. It's not what the channel's about. And you know, it's pretty non-existent down here. When people do find out I'm from Canada, they're very friendly and very receptive. And man, I was treated really well down here. I've always heard how well their customer service is down here, and I'm very impressed. So anyways, guys, yeah, can't believe things are gone, are over with. But yeah, I had a blast. I ended up spending time at the very end at the Echo outdoor booth, and well, obviously that's where I got the hat, and I actually finished off at the X-Mark booth. So I thought that was a nice way to end things. So there's a few odd things, like some smaller manufacturers I've never heard of before. There was a brush cutter riding lawnmower that looked like a go-kart. I was really hoping to drive, but you just don't have time to do everything, and that's okay. But man, I've been here since Tuesday and I've not seen everything or did everything, but that's fine. Kawasaki had like a lawnmower pulling outdoor demonstration. I think you could even pull like a real live lawnmower tractor pull. That'd be pretty cool. Anyways, like any good adventure I've ever been on, you always leave wishing you can do more, and that's good. I don't leave here until tomorrow afternoon, but it'd be nice just to go back, and it's been a lot of walking here. Hang on, I gotta put my sunglasses back on. It's clouding up now, but the sun is poking through the clouds. Hey, I cannot say more about this weather down here. The last 3 days, it's been sunny. It's been cool but sunny. And like, I got a sweater on today, and you get walking around there, you almost don't need the sweater. So I've been really happy with things on. I met a lot of friends that I've been talking to online. Randall Property Brothers Management Group. I met the whole family last night. The brothers, the dad, and man, they're really nice guys. I'm glad I got to meet them. And oh, RZ Mass. You know what? That was one booth I did not see either inside or outside. I didn't make it to there. I'm always trying to win one of their free ones online, but it never works. There was a few giveaways. They were actually giving away a brand new X-Mark Staris. I hope I said that right. But because I'm from Canada, they said I couldn't sign up for that draw. Just the logistics. I understand, like trying to ship a stand-on more from the States up to Canada with the duties and everything else. I understood, and they were really nice. They gave me actually a really nice Bluetooth speaker that lights up and has like stars on it and the X-Mark, and yeah, all this cool stuff. I'm sure Allison's gonna be eyeing up, and I know I promised her a few hats, so I wish she could have came. Originally that was the intentions, but we ran into some scheduling problems, and she had a work commitment this week. And first I said, okay, we won't go, and then she goes, well, I got this work commitment. And then I go, but Dr. Robert Ballard, who found the Titanic, speaking. I gotta go. So I came, and I missed her, but I'm looking forward to seeing her tomorrow night. And like I say, guys, it's just, I'm actually ending the GIE the same way I started off, on these steps, because when I got here on the Wednesday, obviously the dealers get priority, and we weren't allowed in the show until 3. So I sat out here, and I met a really nice guy. Likely one of the nicest guys I met at the whole GIE was Bobby Jones from, I hope I say this right, Hendersonville, North Carolina. Really nice guy. He does a little bit of lawn, but his main business is repairing small engines. Super nice guy. I was really glad to meet him. He actually came with me to sit in on the Dr. Ballard speech, and then they had to take a phone call, and then I didn't see him again, but I saw him yesterday before he left, and I was glad to see him. And yeah, I was treated really nice down here, and I test drove some lawnmowers for my dad too. And yeah, if you think I'm overwhelmed, I am. I'm really excited. This is closest to, if there was ever such a thing as lawnmower heaven, this would be the show, guys. I can't say enough about the YouTube community online. Had it not been for all the YouTubers, I would have never heard about this show being up in Canada, never. And then, like, I met a gentleman from Quebec he's been here quite a bit, and he knows a lot of the bigger players, and his name's Daniel, and very nice man. I met Daniel and his wife Pamela yesterday. And I even got one of the Chant Daily Hustle hats. And I met Chant Singanova. I'm sorry if I'm saying that wrong. If we ever got together to talk too long, I would say, well, you're the gentleman whose last name no one can pronounce, and my last name is the one no one can spell right. So, but really nice to meet him. I did the meetup with all the YouTubers in the parking lot yesterday at 2. That was really neat. It's really neat to see people live, and they're so friendly, and you can come up to you and talk to you. Like, I talked to Wally Wood, I talked to Richie Fellons. I'm likely saying that wrong. If I am, Richie, I'm sorry. But super nice guys. Seth the lawn surgeon, I got a picture with him. Nick from Saving Greens Lawn Care, met him too. A big shout out, and I know I'm always telling people I'm not really working for Wright Moores, but man, it was so good to meet Ed Wright yesterday, and his one sales lady, Judith. I'm not sure if that's her official title, but she does a lot for them, and they gave away over 4,000 Wright t-shirts. I got one the first day of the GIE, and it was really nice to get to talk to them, and to me that's a huge thing. Like, anyone can go on YouTube and see all these people, but when you start talking to people online and you get to meet them in person, I think that's pretty cool. And overall, it's been a blast. Next year, if I do come down next year, I'm not saying I will, but if I do, I would like to bring either my girlfriend or my dad. I think my dad would just love it. And man, I can't say more about the southern hospitality down here. We're going to do a little segment about, this is only this is just the hats I got today. This isn't from the last 2 days. So of course there's Toro. Well, that was from yesterday actually. I forgot that. Red Max. And if I lose that hat, I got a second Red Max hat because I test drove a mower and their backpack blower. So is that all? Oh, and plus this one. So yeah, so the Toro one I got yesterday. I got 3 hats today, including this one. Oddly enough, Exmark wasn't handing out hats. What's the hey? But that's okay. Anyways, guys, there's another shout out to Echo. You know, I saw Sam from the UAG group, and I can't pronounce his last name, so I'm not going to try. I saw Sam last night in the GIE rally, and he was just on his way out, and I tried chasing after him, but he's fast. He must have got to go somewhere because I didn't get a chance to say hi. But if this increases my chance to get in the UAG, I'll do it. But Echo had a great. Everyone had a great booth. Echo had a really good booth. You could try anything from chainsaws. I got to try the PB8010. That thing's a monster. I love my 770T, but that 8010, man, it's got. I thought my 77T was a muscle car backpack blowers, but that 8010, man, that you won't be disappointed if you buy it. It's a little bit heavier than the 770T, but not too bad. And yeah, what can I say? Like, there is stuff, I've seen equipment I didn't know even existed here. You could have drove everything from backhoes to excavators, skid steers. I must admit, I was really shaky trying my first stand-on because I never actually got to drive a stand-on until this show. I drove the Skag V-Ride 2, the Toro Grandstand, the Exmark Staris. I hope I'm saying that right. Kubotas. Oh, and all the rights too. Like, I got to drive the ZK dually 72-inch. Man, that thing's a tank. You need a lot of room to turn that thing around, but it's really nimble. What I found was the both the Exmark and the Toro, the ones was the Batwing. You know, this is me trying to explain what it is. The Batwing, the 96-inch cut. For as wide as those mowers are, they are very maneuverable. Like, you do not know you got big decks on because they're so easy to drive. So, tried out the My Ride suspension of both Toro and the Exmark, and yeah, I like it. I got to try out Bobcat as well, always, and I tried out the Pro Z at Cub Cadet. If you're going to ask me, oh, and Red Max mowers, I never been on a Red Max zero turn until today. If you're going to ask me what was my favorite mower, zero turn mower or stand on mower, it's really hard to say, guys. Everyone's got good products. I did get to drive more of the Wrights than I did everything else. I did drive Ferris, and that was nice too. And yeah, I think it really comes down to personal preference, what you want. Wright did invent the stand-on mowers, but now everyone has them. And what's interesting, what I found is, like, last year John Deere was the only company that had those rubber tires, like the Tweels. Now this year everyone has them, and I've even seen a skid steer with them on. Like, they really become popular. I test drove a few models, Standers and John Deere's with the Tweels and non-Tweels. They don't feel any different when you're riding on them. I know it's just a difference in, you know, obviously you're not going to worry about having the flat tires. So, but anyways, guys, it is past 2 o'clock. They likely want me off here anyways, and a big shout out there, all the organizers of the GIE. They put on a great show. Special thanks to Chant and Rookie for Life, Naylor, for organizing the GIE rally last night. That was great. It was great to meet Rookie for Life, and it was great to meet Jason Creel today too. Super nice guy. Actually, his wife was there, so I got to meet her as well. And I just told him how much we enjoyed watching his videos. So, like I said, guys, if you get the chance to come next year, it's the same date, October 16th to the 19th. If you're involved with landscaping or hardscaping, you gotta come here. You'll just be blown away with the amount of stuff they have. It's awesome. Anyways, guys, I rambled on long enough, but I can't wait to get home. As much as I enjoyed Kentucky, it'd be nice to get back home to my own bed. and I'm looking forward to it. But hey, I've just had a great time. I'm really glad I came. I really kicked myself had I not come down here. And oh, there goes Skag. So if you guys see my girlfriend, tell her that I kept my promise and I did not buy a big diesel 96-inch mower. I didn't buy anything. Obviously I didn't buy any hats. Another shout out to Echo. Sam, I'm going to get on the UAG one of these days. Or you're just going to get a bunch of free advertising. I don't know which. Anyways, guys, I want to say shout out to everyone that's been nice to me. And I met a lot of people I wanted to meet. And it's been a great experience. And now I got to get home and make up some money to pay for this trip. So anyways, take care. And this is Joe from the GIE Kentucky Exposition Center in Louisville, Kentucky. And Echo, signing off.